Hi there, and welcome to Radiant Health with Suzanne. I'm Suzanne Roth-Paul. I am your host today, and I am a certified health coach and a wellness advocate. And everything that I represent and share here on this wonderful podcast about Lifewave is all about using harmless and safe products. And that's what we're all about. That's what this podcast is about, and sharing about this amazing wearable technology. So today is not going to be a usual product review. We are going to touch on a few things, but we will be talking about product, particularly as we're weaving through the testimonial that Robin Odom Muller, my special guest today and dear friend, she's been on with me before on a previous podcast. If you are new to me, I have a podcast, and you're listening to the recording that someone shared with you. My podcast is Suzanne Rothpaul-Lifewave, and it's on YouTube. And while you're there, please sign up and help support this amazing work that not only I'm doing to get the word out about Lifewave, but that all of the amazing folks that are with our communities as teamsters, and then just folks that are using the product get to share their amazing experiences with this product. Now, I want to just introduce or mention one thing quickly, that we do talk about our X39, our signature patch, that is amazing for cell health and cellular support. It activates a GHKCU copper peptide that tells your dormant stem cells, which we stop making in our 30s, and what causes age advancement, to get active and start working. And so this little patch, it looks like this. It's about the size of little smaller than a half dollar, a little larger than a quarter, with an adhesive back, and you peel it off and you can put it on amazing places on your body that are in pain or in need, and based on acupuncture points and such. And I'm going to take the X39 off because I do want to mention one little thing that happened to me. We'll talk about it a little further, but I hope to have a testimonial on it. I had a ganglion cyst on my wrist, and it's not cancerous, it's not dangerous, but it was sticking up so high, almost as high as my bone here, and it was painful and full of discomfort. I had a dermatologist slice into it to reduce the liquid. It's basically just a liquid that or fluid that gets a cyst sac on your wrist and parts of your hand from excess use. And she said, you're probably going to have to, it was still raised pretty high a couple of days ago when I had it done. She said, you're probably going to have it removed, blah, blah, blah. It's, the cyst is very invasive, hard to get out. I have been patching it, and I want you to see there's absolutely no raised area whatsoever. I'm going to put the X39 right on top of it, which will help for inflammation and will help for rapid healing. And I'm pretty sure when I see her in 2 weeks, she's going to be shocked to see that not only has it healed, but the fluid is no longer there. So I just had to share that. That's how magical these patches are. I also want to mention that this is testimonials only, and it's just, information that Robin and I will be sharing on how we've used the products with Lifewave. And if you are seeing a doctor and under medical supervision, you do want to make sure that if you want to use the patches, that you get it approved from them, even though it's non-transdermal. Nothing enters the body. You can put it on your clothes and you can put it on your skin, as I just did. It's very safe. And if you want to know product reviews about anything that we'll be talking about today, I have quite a few videos, 30 to 40 now, I've lost count, that you can go back and watch. Robin has also been with me before on 2 other testimonials, so I highly recommend you go look her up, go see what she has to say on other products. So Robin, why don't you come on in and, oh, well, you are there. Why don't you say hello? And normally I'd bring you up, but here you are. Introduce yourself and let's get started.
Hi, everybody. My name is Robin, as Suzanne said, and my husband and I have been using the Lifewave patches for approximately 2 years now, and we have had some great experience with it, and I wanted to share with y'all today because when you have good experiences, it's just one of those things you have to share. So I'm here to do that with you today.
Yes, thank you. We are all about sharing because sharing is caring, and it's the only way that we get this information out to folks that are suffering in silence. So, Robin, you're
Mhm.
going to talk a bit about you've got a personal share, And then you've also got your with your own experience with a particular patch, and you also have your husband who has been
Yeah.
a model patient. We love Rodney. He will do anything. He just says patch it and roll. I'm there.
So true, so true. You know, when you're in pain, it kind of has that effect. It's like, please take care of me.
And
Um,
and safely, and that's what we love. So
yes,
you want to start with
yes,
Rodney because his was profound when you shared that with me.
yes, absolutely. Let's do that. Recently, he was suffering with kidney stone, which he seems to have episodes with that at least once a year. And so when it started at like 2 o'clock in the morning, I said, well, let's get you some patches on you. And so we did the energy patches on either side of where his point of pain was, the white on the right, the brown on the left. And then on the exact point of pain, we put an Aeon with the X39 on top. And that really helped. He felt relief. And then the great thing is, and I think the energy patches, help this situation within 4 hours. The um, the kidney stone went ahead and passed, and it has never happened that quickly before.
Wow. And
Yeah.
what kind of, well, first of all, I had a couple questions. So this was 2 in the morning.
Yes.
So when you put the energy patches on and you put the X39, was he able to go back to sleep? Were you all able to just resume rest? What happened after that?
Within I'd say about an hour and a half to 2 hours, he was able to go back to sleep, and that never happens.
Were
That never
you,
happens.
were you able to go
Yeah.
back to sleep?
Yeah. Yes.
Or did you have to put your silent nights on, or you had to go back and put something else on? Okay, great. So he went back to sleep, and then, before I jump into that, what kind of pain was he having? Is it localized, or does it I've never had kidney stones, thank God, but I've had
Yeah.
lots of digestion issues. Was it resonating left and right, and that's why you wanted to put the energy patches on?
Well, no, it's really pinpointed in one area and generally in the lower back
Right.
area. And for him, it's mostly on the left hand lower side.
Okay.
And then so no, I just know that with the energy patches, it's good to put it on the outer areas of where the pain is happening,
Mhm.
and or where you want the movement to start, being aided. And so that's why I did it on the on level with where the pain was.
Okay, and the reason why I was asking that, Robin, was people that don't know about the energy patches and how they work, that they're yin and yang balancing. You've got pain on one side, you often have adjustments, or you're accommodating, or you're making concessions on the other side to accommodate that pain. So we want to move stuck energy. We obviously have pain, which is stuck energy. So Robin had placed those accordingly. And if the pain doesn't subside or doesn't reduce it to any level, we tell people sometimes to switch the white and the tan opposite of what's recommended. So she just said white on right. That's how we remember. And the tan, they come in two patches, by the way. We only have two products in the collection that have a white and a tan patch. That's the Ice Wave for pain and the Energy for pain and or movement, stuck energy. So then she put those on perhaps the lower back on the kidneys, which is obviously there's two. And then
Mhm.
he had stabbing pain on the left side.
Yes,
You,
left side of his spinal cord.
okay.
And so that's where I put the Eon and then the X39 on that. And then I brought him a glass of water to drink.
Yay. At that time in the morning, you are so good, girlfriend. I'm so happy. And so he did.
Yeah,
Then you stacked the X39 on top of the Eon.
correct.
And do you remember why you did that, or do you want me to explain it?
Well, I did it because that's what I remember them saying that helps the power of the patch. You know, so yeah, you can explain it better than me, Suzanne.
Well, I wasn't didn't mean to put you on the spot, but I was wondering if you were, you said, oh, I know why to do that. Because sometimes we'll patch right on the tan patch of the energy and we'll put what she did there. But it sounds like what she did is she had them for overall back discomfort. And then the Eon is for inflammation. So the first thing is do we want to pain is inflammation. And then the X39 is also for inflammation, but it gets in there and starts, the cellular support because the
Mm.
X39 helps to helps to activate the copper peptide, the GHKCU, and and copper in the body, by the way, you guys, is really helpful for inflammation for pain. So if you have high copper in your body, there's a good chance that you have a higher pain threshold. You know how some people do and some people don't. My
Oh.
sweet father, who we just lost, had a high threshold for pain, and we had tested that he had high copper levels. He loved nuts, mixed nuts, and almonds have a great
Mm.
copper content, and people are drinking
Mm.
almond milk these days and that sort of thing. So I do think that that's helpful. So then she stacked those on the point of pain, and that's what will certainly get in there and relieve the pain. It will start the rapid healing, and the energy patches are helping to move that darn kidney stone out and move it, get it unstuck. And so he got up a couple hours later, you said?
Yes, yes. And he can tell immediately when he has passed the kidney stone because the pain just dissipates completely.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yes. And that's
yeah.
the goal of these products is pain relief. I mean, we do know that there's, pumping medications. A lot of people run to the hospital and, have an emergency. I don't even know if they can remove and impact it. I don't know what they do for, personally, what they do for kidney stones, but I know that it can be pretty painful. They try to, I
Mhm.
guess, give medication to help it release faster. My understanding.
They definitely give a mega dose of pain medicine intravenously. That's what they've done for him in the past.
All right,
Yes.
there you have it. We are avoiding unnecessary medications and or surgeries. And we know that
Mhm.
there is a place and time and a purpose for that, and that we know what these patches will do so you can avoid that if you're fortunate enough to get it early enough, which y'all did, and have the patches on hand. And then the second part of that is that hydration is key for our kidneys. Our kidneys are a major detoxifier of one of our organs that really help flush out. That's where you're peeing all the time. You need to make sure you're urinating because that's flushing out toxins as well, having
Yeah.
adequate bowel movements and such. Okay, well, that's an amazing story testimonial. I'm sure that all of you guys were happy. You didn't have to get rushed to an emergency situation, and he was having.
Absolutely.
I love that, Robin. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, absolutely. And then my testimony also with the energy patches was for long COVID symptom that I began having after a cold,
Mhm.
um, um, and it went into bronchitis. But then it went into a very bad constant cough I could not get rid of and wheezing. And I had never had that a situation happen to me before. I didn't have asthma before, but I ended up having to go to a pulmonologist because I was going on a merry-go-round with steroids and antibiotics. And so then when I went to the pulmonologist, I identified it being from COVID, and my bronchial tubes were inflamed. And when Suzanne called me and checked up on me, I, divulged that I was going through this, and she scolded me and said, "Robin, why didn't you contact me and let me know you were going through this?" She said, "You need to put energy patches on now." And the Meridian,
Yes.
right?
Yes, on the point of that's actually, I think might have mentioned that to you. Oh shoot, where's my energy thing? Sorry, I thought I brought it. Yes, it's actually across the chest on either side of the armpits, and that happens to be a big part of our, what do you call it, lymphatic system. So your lymphatic system is what causes and helps, or what helps all of our drainage out of our body of toxins. So you were
Mhm.
full of toxins. It was whether it was the COVID, that, whether it was the virus, but by putting them there, this is the best place, by the way, you guys, to massage. It's the best place to tap. And your underarms are another big lymphatic release area. And I personally use essential oils across there too. I learned that from one of my speakers on one of my summits. So what I would suggest is that's the first point for removing, so the wheezing. When did it happen? Before I go into any more on that, what did you experience and how soon after you patched?
Oh my gosh, Suzanne. Within hours. I mean, it was at nighttime and I put the patches on, and within hours, my wheezing was minimized, and I couldn't hear it anymore. And that was huge.
Your
So
lungs were congested, so you were having all of that. So the energy patches, again, are really good about movement, moving energy, moving stuckness, anything that you've got in your body that needs some assistance. And the lymphatic system was plugged up, Robin. That's usually what happens, and it usually happens from toxins again, whether we're eating or not drinking enough. And I just want to mention that some of the benefits of the energy patches, since we've talked about them twice now, they accelerate metabolism, which is really important for, fat release and, not gaining weight. And metabolism's, what causes us to gain weight if we have a sluggish one or not. Converts fats into energy, which is important. Increases stamina and strength, of course. We use the energy patch for also helping us when we're tired and fatigued. Another favorite place is to put in the bottom of your feet. I just said energy and endurance, and improves aerobic capacity. So there's other things that these patches are doing. Some people will experience at nighttime if they wear them, it gives them a little too much energy. I've left them on, they've never bothered me, especially if they're treating a symptom like you just said. So then
mhm.
you had taken, unfortunately, some, nasty medications and gone through the rigor with your doctors, which is typical when I'm not feeling well. I happen to go and not really pay attention to what I already know. The queen of knowing, still makes mistakes. We all do. But the beauty of it was that you saw how fast it happened. And so when it,
Absolutely. Oh yeah.
and
Yes.
then it went away. Now, were you wearing anything else with it? X39, 49,
X39, yes.
during the
I
day?
I wear X49 also.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But that
Yeah.
was during the day you were wearing the energy, or were you
At,
using it at night too
at night, because it seemed that my wheezing was worse at night.
when you're laying?
Um, and then I would wear it like, half the day, and then take them off.
Okay.
Yeah. And I still had benefits even after taking them off.
Fantastic. Well, that's the
Yeah.
point. Now you've got the blood flow. The other thing about this, you guys, is sluggish blood flow causes inflammation, causes all sorts of disorders. The blood has to flow in order to get the oxygen to all of those areas that need to heal. So that's really the main crust of this, is that the energy patches are so good for that. And I highly recommend people to use it with the Aeon. If you don't have the X39, the Aeon and glutathione and energy patches all come at a certain price point, and if you buy three or more, you get them for a better price even than their wholesale
Mm,
if you are a preferred member. And that's what we love. There's 69
yeah.
as a preferred member for one set. There's 59 for two sets, 49 for three. And so you want to have a, I call it my medicine cabinet, my little patch pouch, which Nikki, who's here, knows all about, so having all the patches on you, and that you can have them so they're ready. If Robin started feeling badly and she's traveling and she can't go to her doctor, let's just say that's what happens with most of us. We're
Yeah.
stuck in a place in insurance. You don't need to worry about it. You got your patches. And that's the,
Yes.
yeah. Okay. So,
Yes.
so that was fantastic. And then you
Yeah.
haven't had any symptoms since.
Occasionally my wheezing will start coming back and I'll just put my energy patches on. Yeah.
Thank you.
And it goes away. So The other thing I wanted to really talk about, as well as one of our newest products, the Cellergize. Oh my gosh. When I first tried the Cellergize, am I saying it right?
Seller Jai.
So, oh my gosh, when I got done drinking the glass of that, I started feeling this little tingling going on in my feet, and then it started working up through my legs,
Oh my,
and I just felt my whole body like woke up. It was amazing. Yeah, and so
and
I really wanted to tell everybody about that. It's excellent product.
well, I just happen to have it here, and I bought now again, you guys, this is really important if you're not a member and you aren't with Lifewave, and also you haven't joined as a preferred member. There's just a minimal $25 annually for membership, but then you get everything for the wholesale price. You can get one bottle of this for $69. It will last you, I think there is up to, depending on how much you're using, but it'll last you for a good 6 weeks or longer. And then
Mhm.
there are two containers are 59, three containers are 49. So I came home with three of these, and let me tell you, Robin, it has saved you. You know, you saw my sisters and I were down here dealing with my beloved father who passed away in April. We were having to handle his affairs, sell his house. We're in the process, unload 65 years of memories. And we're also, one of my sisters got sick. So in the midst of starting on this, she got a flu bug. So I had them using my concoctions, of course, and everybody's tired. So we're using this 2 scoops in the morning. I do put a few other things in there, but this was just the key thing was to get everybody energized. 2 scoops in the morning, and what's been working for me is see how you feel. You get a rush right away. The energy kicks in. I'm shocked that if I take an extra scoop in the afternoon or just do one in the morning, one in the afternoon, like David Schmidt recommends, he says people can do that, obviously, and as needed. If I take it after 4 o'clock, I can be known to be at 10 o'clock still humming and buzzing. And I gave up caffeine just a couple of months ago. You can go watch my liver and my colon cleanse that I did in early August. And I talked about giving up caffeine. So I'm no longer addicted to caffeine. I cannot tell you that freedom, Robin. And it's just like I don't wake up tired. If I wake up tired, I go get my Cellergize. I drink a lot of water. I stay hydrated. And this has just been amazing. So my sisters were feeling more energetic. They
Wonderful.
were also healing faster. Now, of course, the beauty of this is because David, our founder, created this to be synergistic with our patches. And so I'm going to just quickly here, I went through and wrote up the benefits of this product. And not only does it support healthy stem cell activity, which is the goal of all of our patches, they
Yeah.
complement the patches, as I said, but they have a list of supplements in them. So this is a supplemental powder that David worked probably 3, 5, I don't know how many years he worked on this because it just came out this year. But the goal was to meet all of our many requirements in one powder. And he wanted it to be something people didn't have to go buy all these different supplements. And in a powder, it assimilates faster, it gets into your bloodstream faster. And where pills, you have to digest them. The outside of the pills are usually toxic. You know, I'm very strict on reading ingredients if you know me. So it's got zinc, vitamin C, copper, and potassium are the four top, basic ingredients that like in a multivitamin. Really good immune support, inflammation busting, pain relief of all of those. But it's got creatine. Now, Robin, I don't know if you know about creatine, but it's hot on the market right now, has been for a while as being the fitness gurus are using it for brain
Oh,
stamina and energy.
oh,
And so now it's being touted as all this brain support. And the perfect thing, he's got creatine in it as well. Then he's got beta alanine, which is performance and stamina. So those two things in themselves are like rocking it. And I was with a chiropractor who is using a local chiropractor here in Little Portland, Texas. He uses LifeWave. I was so pumped.
yeah.
I wanted him on my team. I was like, I want. And I said, I have a product to share with you, and it's called this little patch. And he laughed and said, "Yeah, I'm already using it." He was using it a couple years before me. He's the one that actually gave me the remedy of wearing glutathione on your thyroid area, just below your neck here, and
Oh,
carnosine between the breast. He said those two things kept him free of COVID throughout the whole COVID pandemic, and he was still seeing clients. Texas was
Oh,
locked down the way other places did. So I use
yes,
that when I travel. I use those two patches and etc. So before I digress here, so beta alanine, performance and stamina, N-acetylcysteine, you might have heard of an NAC. It's a very popular
yes,
supplement. To go get all of these cost a fortune. He's put it all in one powder. It's an amino acid and it's a brain nourishing powder. So hence the like feeling like you're energized and feeling good and brain clarity. It's antioxidative stress, which means your cells are not getting oxidation and where they die off. Eggs, chicken, sunflower seeds, and beans help that. But he's put it in there if you forget your proteins that day. Um,
yes,
Antioxidative stress is important. Selenium for, again, cognition, immune system, and fertility for those of you who know young people that can't get pregnant. And then L-lysine, which is another amino acid, it's great for calcium retention. So a lot of people in our age are getting osteoporosis, having all kinds of fragile bones,
yes.
all super, super good for that. It's an anxiety relief, cold sore relief, and wound healing. So he has
Wow.
really, really covered the gamut on these products. Oh, and there's something called Cyanthox 50. It's an omega C fatty acid. I looked it up. It basically is anti-inflammatory. Alongside Aeon, these guys are going to be the bomb. So I highly recommend wearing Aeon, obviously for many reasons.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah.
and then lastly, there's a maltodextrin, resistant maltodextrin, which I always think is a starch sugary thing, but it's for energy mainly and digestion support, and especially helpful for weight issues. It helps for insulin sensitivity and obesity. So Robin, I know that that this, you didn't probably know all of that because you look at
No,
you trust David.
I love you going through that, Suzanne. And important for people to know too is it has such a pleasant taste.
Yes, it's got a
It,
lemony sweet taste. He is using stevia, which is my favorite go-to sweetener. And that's why he said for some people, 2 scoops are a little too sweet. And he said you could
mm,
break it up. But you know what
yeah,
I do, Robin? I use maca powder, I use protein powders, I use collagen powders. I mix a lot of it in with my sweeter powders because we have you and I have another product we use for fiber and they're sweet. So what I do is I mix in all of those other things that don't taste as sweet, and then I drink
no,
a concoction. So
excellent.
so when Brenda
Yeah.
and my sisters, Brenda and Giselle, were, struggling with, we needed to stay safe from my one sister's flu bug. I had us drinking this concoction every single morning. And my one sister came and she said, "No, I can't have any more of that." And I said, "Why?" And she said, "I'm going to the bathroom nonstop now." And she's somebody who suffers from, unable to go to have bowel movements. And we laughed. So when she has issues, I'm like, "Don't forget what I did. Go do it again." First thing in the morning, I do it. I took David's tip where he says he gets up in the morning and he likes to go and work out first thing, but he'll do his Cellergize and he'll drink from his oxygenated water, which we've got that coming out. We've got another X2O water machine that's going to be like phenomenal coming out at
Yeah.
the conference. So a few weeks we'll have access to that. And he says he does those two things first thing in the morning and then goes and exercises. And so I'm finding my little powder concoction keeps me full if I have to go for a walk or I'm going to go outside, I'm going to go do for a little bike ride, something like that.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you can put some fiber powder, psyllium husk, flax meal. You can put some things in there to help you, but it helps kind of like make it a little bit thicker so that when you drink it, it's more fulfilling. So yeah, I
Mhm.
we love, love, love Cellergize. I want people to know about it and to certainly get out, go read information. I believe, I'm embarrassed to say, I think I did a Cellergize talk already. I meant to go back and look. But I can put it in the show notes that my Cellergize video and testimonial was already somewhere months back or something. But I did do one. Yeah.
It's always good to have great reminders on
Yes.
good things.
Yeah, and that's true. I think the thing, as we're using the product more and more, we're going to start getting all kinds of other benefits from people, especially if it's insulin resistant support. It's helping with weight loss. It's helping all of those things to actually make you full, make you feel better, with all the benefits. And it's, as I said, a wholesale for one container, $69. I challenge you to go to my full script account, Robin, and get all of those products in the back here. There's like 15, 10 to 15 of these. Try to buy these individually, taking them in a pill. You only get 30 to 40% of absorption anyway. And
Yeah,
this way it gets right into the bloodstream. You drink it, tastes good. So I love it. We all love the
absolutely.
flavor. I'm glad you said that.
Hmm.
Well, was there anything else you wanted to share? I think we've covered everything. Anything else?
I am wearing my new flat tummy protocol
Oh, well, you'll have to
that I
thank you for
that I yes, so that's really good.
Yeah, so Robin's referring to a protocol that our team lead, Nikki Chan, who's here with us today listening,
Hmm.
it was created to help those of us with bulging tummies or just wanting to slim down our middle. So it's X39, 2 fingers below the belly button, 2 fingers above the belly button is glutathione, our master antioxidant patch, and 2 fingers down upside down here. So is it 2 fingers to the right of your belly button? You can put SP.
SB6.
No, I messed up. Sorry. Aeon goes 2 fingers above the belly button. Then 2 fingers to the right is glutathione. 2 fingers to the left. I might have them inverted because I'm looking
Yes, yes. I that's why I had you write it down for
at
me
a
on a
picture.
diagram from looking down.
Yes.
'Cause that's so X39 below the belly button, that's a normal place for that. And then Eon above the belly button, SV6 on the right, looking down, and glutathione on the left,
Yes.
looking down.
And the reason for that, we've already talked about X39 helping support cell health, and it's the one that is activating your dormant stem cells. Eon is, just know that is your inflammation and pain buster. So if you don't have Ice Wave and you don't have any other form of pain relief that's fast, Eon and X39 both work for pain relief. Most of the time, Eon's really good. Now, SP6, the one she just mentioned, is a hormone balancing patch. And Robin, my SP6 product review has over 2,000 views right now. So we know that
Wow, wonderful.
everybody's got thyroid issues because of their diet, and we're burdened
Yeah.
with toxins. And so it's a really good product review. Go find it, SP6. I did all of our products, 11 of them, I believe. And I did a patch a week and gave you an hour, 45 minutes to an hour of just chock full of information for your health and wellness, things to eat, things not to eat. I went through SB6. I'll just tell you quickly: improves psychological functions, balances and controls appetite, reduces cravings. I love it for reducing cravings, especially if you travel and you're not around good food and you don't want to
Mm,
eat crap and you don't want to be tempted. I put that down, Robin, a lot on my, it's a stomach meridian below on my left leg, just below my outside of my left knee, and there's a soft spot in there. I wear SB6 a lot for when I'm traveling and I'm eating poorly, and it helps the digestion.
mm,
So compliments and a weight loss program. So that's why it's so popular. And
yeah,
then what did we talk about? The glutathione. We had XR90 and glutathione detoxes the body, supports immune system, removes heavy metals. You guys, that's one of our big culprits in all of our toxic burden loads is heavy metals.
yeah.
Things that are from aluminum in the air to amalgams and metals in your mouth, implants. If you've got implants anywhere in your body, those are metals in your body. And by the way, if you go listen to my cleanse that I just did, parasites love metal. Parasites love, it's really sad. They like to feed off of the metal toxicity. Yeah, that's
Oh my gosh.
pretty bad. And then it's a master antioxidant. Your glutathione patch repairs cell damage due to stress, pollution, radiation, and infection. So really, Robin, everybody should be using the glutathione patch. Really,
Yes.
there's no excuse for us not to. I try to wear it every day. If not, because I have a necklace on today, I don't have it here, but I usually wear it on my neck. And then go get
Mm.
a pretty little sticker. I have stars. One of our team members, Jane, she's got beautiful collection of stickers and she always wears it right here. And it
Oh,
really does prevent illnesses if you're around people that are sick and when you're flying.
Well,
So
I'm a school bus driver. I'm in a little petri dish every day, twice a day. So I've really started to wear the glutathione. I don't have it here right now because I thought, well, I've got it down here on my stomach,
yeah.
right? So it's going to be doing good for me.
Yeah, yeah. I do not deflect from putting too many patches. I'm not hesitant. I put patches on. With that in mind, Robin, you've got a lot on you. You probably wear X30, 49 on your neck if you want to, balance. 49 is our newest patch. That is also a copper peptide enhancer. You're wearing a lot of patches. You want to drink a lot more water. So don't forget that.
Yes.
I've never actually worn too many patches and gotten a headache. And I'm headache prone. So it's never been a problem for me. There you go. She's got her life bottle. We could
Yes.
have been Bobsy twins when we saw each other. Well, Robin, this is so fun to be able to talk to you and even get to have seen you in person and hug you and have so much fun. We had such a good
Yeah,
gathering with you and
we
your
really did. We really did.
childhood friend.
Yes.
We met in pre-elementary, I think.
Yeah.
Because
Grew up down the street together. Yeah.
yeah, it was.
Playing in the back bays.
And Robin just casually mentions to me, "Oh, by the way, we patched Rodney for kidney stones, and he passed them." And I'm like, "What?" I'm like, you've got to come on and share with me." And then she also was raving about Cellergize. So I hope that was informative for everyone watching. Robin, thank you again. You can come back anytime. Anybody
Oh, thank you.
watching, I'm looking for testimonial. We definitely love just good conversation so that we can help others benefit from the same that we are. And that's really what
Mm.
it all is about is playing forward. And that's why David created these products because he wants us healthy and well without, without having to use artificial anything in us. And that's the beauty of what he's done. Now, we do have a night. I don't know, Nikki, I don't know if she knows if she wanted to say anything, but our night patch, our night program powder, sorry, we have a night powder for sleeping that's going to support all of our silent nights and our Alavita patches and our carnosine patches that help at night. But I haven't heard anything when that's coming out. There's Nikki.
But
It should be available during convention.
Yay! So we have the X2O water machine. I've done a talk on that. If you guys want to go back and hear that, it's a little bit, this is our latest product that's going to blow everybody out of the water in terms of what it's one glass a day is all you need. And it's going to have it's infusing light and energy in the water. I don't know if Nikki you want to say anything to that. Yeah.
mhm.
That's going to be available for all of us that go to convention in next month, this month, at the end of this month. And then soon after, I think it's the Monday after convention, they will be having it open for buying. But I'm sure it's going to be a little bit of a wait time because people are, going to be wanting to buy this. So we all want it for ourselves, of course. And then there's lots of folks that do as well. All right, dear. Well, unless you had anything else you wanted to say, I hope you'll come back.
Nope, that's it. My husband's about to come in, so I'm gonna need to go.
Perfect timing. We love Rodney, and now he's kidney stone free. We love that.
Yes,
Well, tell him we
yes.
appreciate his dedication to you and to us, and we love, love, love your stories. Thank you so much,
Thank-
Eddie. Nice to see you. Okay, bye, Robin.
Bye, Suzanne.